Okay, my research project is about suicide as a social factor and how it influences the comprehension about 9/11. First of all, like the first thing who made me to take this subject was the American Index about suicide. The third cause of death between 15 and 24 years old in the United States is the suicide. It's kind of shocking for me because in Brazil we never heard about suicide. Like my whole life I just heard about one or two suicide. And
So it's not that common in Brazil?
no, people doesn't commit suicide there. And yeah, it's more shocking because we have like similar culture because colonialism and everything, the European heritage. And the American dilemma is like, you are the most developed country, why you are so unsatisfied about your life to make a suicide. And I like to relate it, the Al-Qaeda suicide bombers, the new kamikazes, they are suicide people here in America, and the bombmen, and both are committed suicide, but they take a different purpose. Here it is because they can't reach the American dream, like in crisis time, like now of this recession. They don't have money to buy a car, to have a cable TV and all these stuff that the mass media demand you to have, or you are nothing. And the people became kind of pissed off about that because they can't reach the American dream, so it's easier to take your own life. And the Al-Qaeda, they are reaching something else, something bigger, like the virgins, we discussed in another class, to go to heaven and something like that. The theories I used was the Skinner, the behaviorism, is the study about the behavior. The Lewins is social psychology. This is how groups can influence people and how people are influenced by groups. The wholesale theory is the phenomenology. This is how groups interact with each other and they influence the inner groups, inside the groups, how the whole group influence the people who are inside or outside. And Karl Marx, the alienation theory. I take this one because I think when people are alienated, they don't know about the whole piece, but just one piece of the truth. Like here in the United States, I feel that because they have the freedom of media, but when you turn the news on TV, I just can see news about here inside of Kansas. I don't know what's going on around the world. And like in Brazil, we have our TV. I think that's a global problem. They just show what is more convenient to show, to people know about. And mixed all these theories, we can reach the social environment. The social environment influences the human behavior. Like people act the way they act because the society they are inside. Society is culture, and the war between cultures and cultures. Like, I heard once one phrase, a Buddhist phrase, that says, a monkey looks at the lake and saw the fish, and the monk suffers because he thinks the fish is drawing. So he takes out the fish out of the lake and now he's happy because he thinks he's saving the fish, but actually he's killing the fish. And this is what we can see about the wars. The United States cannot comprehend what's going on outside. So when something happens here inside, they just make a war to change that country. Like Saddam Hussein was a bad guy, but the things are going good in Iraq. So what's the proposal to make a war? To change the culture? Because the United States is a better culture? And I find about that, the feral beast, this is to make a good example how the society influences the human behavior. Because we act the way we act just because we are inside of the society. This case, the Jenny case, she born and she lived inside a